Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well,
There.
Morning,
That's
Ian.
good.
good morning.
Yeah. We
You're
all,
looking very clean this morning, Keith.
I'm ready to rumble.
Are you? Bloody hell.
That your
Very
pet
good.
or your bowel?
I'm ready for Doris.
Yeah, you look like you. Yeah.
You looking good, John?
Thank you very much.
Are
I'm ready
you
for help.
feeling better?
I'm feeling better than I was.
Good.
Thank you.
So
I'm not just a head cold.
just you got a head cold. You don't look as if you've got a head cold.
Thank you. I'm an actor, you see. Oh.
Just a cool head.
There's a
Mm.
neighbour of mine took his wife to the orchard for a birthday present. And they stood there
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. It wasn't the Apple Watch she wanted.
You just knew it was
Oh.
leading up to something, didn't you?
Hey?
Oh,
You just knew it was leading up to something, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Chris is doing a lap of honour, is he?
Yeah. Ronaldo's ball control got even better on Sunday night, didn't it?
oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Chris
Why-
Hall, can you hear me, Chris? Can you hear
Hello.
me? Chris?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah. Hello, Ian.
I've been watching this cricket, and I'm almost at the point prepared to
Stupid
switch it
game.
off.
It's a stupid game. Carry on.
That stupid woman on the public address system. Have you heard
Right.
her?
No. I'm almost pleased I haven't.
She's
I have, and
driving
I
me
agree.
round the absolute bend. She's got a high-pitched voice, which is, comes across the public address system, and I've got the cricket on in the background while I'm working in the garden or wherever.
Yeah.
I can hear myself mumbling. I wish to shoot that bloody woman.
Well, Ian,
Yeah.
Ian, you can turn the sound down.
Then he won't be able to
You
really
can't.
cricket.
You're
Ian.
kidding me.
Ian.
Yeah.
Ian. It's Chris. Ian, this is in your honour. I found this and I'm wearing it. Okay. This is when commentators were commentators. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh. Oh yeah. Superb.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right. That's in your honour.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's
Well,
no
so
wonder you're
Mr.
having trouble with your hearing, Ian. You're getting older next week, aren't you?
Just a little bit, but we don't need
Yeah.
to mention that. Thank you very much.
I just have done. You're still a young
I
lad
know.
compared to most others.
I know I'm old because sometime during today, they're whisking me out of here to give me my booster.
Oh,
good.
are they?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You're lucky
Excellent.
you've got
Straight
one.
in.
Yeah.
Straight in with the
Ian, be very careful. I had my booster a fortnight ago. No, last week, and I felt terrible for a couple of days. But I don't know whether you felt the same after you had the initial ones. But both Monica and I felt dreadful for a couple of days. So be careful. But it will suddenly get better.
There
Oh,
are
look what he's
different-
done to you today.
the Pfizer, because we're on Pfizer down here.
Yeah,
in Oxford, not
Good on
AstraZeneca.
Tizer in Yorkshire.
And, the Pfizer, apparently, a lot of people were okay with the first jab, but the second jab was a problem. With AstraZeneca, it was the other way around. But
Oh,
it's-
right.
I'm actually going for a double whammy. I'm having, I'm told, my booster and my flu jab. Now, I've not had a flu
Good.
jab before, and every single pensioner around here says, "Oh, you don't want one of those." You get flu.
Get it down, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I've had both mine and had no problems with any of
Look at all the biscuits you eat. That's what.
You've got shorter though.
them.
I just had an aching arm with my booster.
Had a naked what?
Aching arm.
It reminds me when I was, you know, when you join the Air Force, they're fully full of all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I'd been for a BCG jab. It was the last thing on the day, about 5 o'clock. Had a squash match at 6. At 6 o'clock, I went to my opponent and said, I don't think I could play. I was absolutely shaking, pouring with sweat, and God knows what they'd put in me. God only knows. But as you see, it's not affected me.
Anyway, crikey, it looks like we're all here for today. So shall we get cracking? John, have you got any news for us?
Not a lot. It just occurred to me, we never asked Doug how he is. I mean, Doug's been through it, and he might not want to mention it, but you're right, Doug.
Yeah, no problem. I'm in middle of treatment just now. I
Yeah,
was there yesterday. and
right.
then tomorrow, and then again on Friday. And then
Yeah,
next
good luck to you.
Monday. I mean, radiotherapy and
Yeah.
at the end of it. But I feel all right. I don't
You look
feel
all right,
exactly-
mate. You look
yeah.
okay.
Do you
You
get
look
any
better than
good,
Keith.
do you get any good music on that channel?
Yeah,
Good
I've,
luck to you, Doug. Good luck. Good. Hope you're all right, mate.
Yeah,
yeah,
keep
so do
going.
I. Yeah, keep on going, mate. Yeah.
As they say,
I've,
don't let the buggers grind you down.
I think almost everybody I've tried to phone this week wasn't replying. I think they knew it was me that was trying to get through to them. It's becoming a pattern. But I had a longer than normal conversation with Brian the Thai. We're in fine form. Yeah, he's doing really. He had COVID a couple of weeks ago, and he's slowly getting stronger. And I think he must have had some sort of boost yesterday when we were talking to him. Yeah, I finally had to send somebody around to shoot him. He wouldn't shut up. But yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well.
Is he
I was
still-
supposed to be seeing Cyril and Anita last week, but Anita's got a heavy cold. So I should be seeing them this week. And everybody else seems to be doing okay, except Colin. Colin's a mystery. I can't seem to get hold of him, which is slightly worrying because the last twice I couldn't, he'd had a little accident. I don't mean the sort of little accident that I'm having permanently at the moment, but yeah. So
You're just in
yeah.
deep shit.
almost there. Yeah, but everybody's generally okay.
That's good.
Good.
John, are we allowed to ask how you are?
Yeah, ask.
Me, yeah, I'm okay. I'm getting stronger. I'm doing my daily exercise. I got to do exercises about 4 or 5 times a day to strengthen my pelvic floor. I'm going to be strengthening my Elvis, the pelvic floor, later on today with Keith.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm okay, thankful. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
man.
doing all right.
Yeah.
good.
It's not
I've got
affected
a
your
message.
singing, has it?
Are you
Sorry?
all shook?
I'm all shook up. Oh,
Are you all shook up?
Oh yeah.
Well, I was
I
just
got a
going to say,
message.
it's not affected
Go on.
your singing, but clearly it hasn't.
I know where you live. Yeah.
Yeah, he did ask the doctor if he'd still be able to sing after the operation.
I know what the second line is, Keith.
We all know what the second line is. So,
Peace be unto you,
Um,
Keith.
yeah. Big Paul's brother has been in touch to say that the situation remains unchanged. Still no treatment, no nothing at the moment.
Oh dear.
And he says that Paul gets down a little bit.
Hardly surprising.
Very understandable.
Now, I know some of you don't really know Big Paul, but I offered to his brother, I said, what about if we do a message on somebody's phone and all send him a get well and tell him to stop laying in bed and get on with it, and you know, the normal kind of banter that we might have. So what I was thinking, tomorrow at Bayton, where most of the people know Big Paul, if we could do it, get together and do it as a group. Now we could do it on this group and it'd be able to, but I'm not sure how well it would come across.
What we could do, Keith, we could have a think about it between the interval, but say for 2 minutes in the second session, when we're recording, we could just think of a message from each of us to send to him.
Yeah,
And we can capture that and I'll edit it so it becomes a self-contained piece, wing
Yeah.
it across to you and you can play it back to him on your phone.
Good
Yeah.
idea, Ian.
right. Okay, good man.
So have a think of what you want to say, even those who he's the big lad, ex-policeman. Think Hillsborough left a real mark on him, but he's got a dry sense of humour, hasn't he, Keith? He's
He's
Lovely bloke. He's a lovely
a
bloke.
really lovely man.
so, and his brother said that might give him a bit of a lift.
Thank you.
So,
Good. Yeah, good idea.
so that's my news from everyone, and I know Dave's son's improving.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you. He was apparently sat in the chair yesterday. So
Oh, that's
Good.
brilliant. Yeah.
he's had his tracheotomy and they're waiting for the sedation to fully wear off before they give him assessment. So
Right.
hopefully sometime this week they'll get down to doing the assessment.
Yeah.
That's what John wants. He needs a tracheotomy and he'll get his singing voice back again.
I thought you meant he needed an assessment.
Fortunately, I'm impervious to your childish comments. I'll be sitting next to Keith later on and doing my Elvis and my Doris impressions.
He will.
Get them
Bless
the
you,
right way
Keith.
round.
Love
this
it.
way.
Will that be at the same time or will there be?
Yes.
You won't
Yeah.
be able to tell the difference. I
No.
will be all shook up. Yeah.
Doris will
Oh,
definitely
dear.
sound like Elvis.
Return to sender.
Yeah.
I'm just getting a
Which
bit worried.
was Elvis's only Christmas #1.
Yes, it was.
Now, I'm
So-
just getting a bit concerned. I've just had an email through from my funeral advisor. I don't know what that's about.
A friend of mine.
Oh God.
I'll read that later.
Yeah.
I was sorry to see that the first pub where I ever had a drink, an alcoholic drink, had turned into a funeral directors this week.
I know.
Well, the moral there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which one's that,
It's
John?
Woodthorpe Arms. You know it, Dave, Keith.
Yeah.
Woodthorpe,
Yeah, I know it, yeah.
Now Michael Hogg. He seems to be taking over everything.
It does.
No, you've got the wrong pub, John. It's High Noon.
That's the one, mate. That's the one. That is
Holy
the one.
Road.
The Woodthorpe Arms were closed down because of drugs. I think
Yeah.
there were a bloke called Dave Tipper selling them. I think. No. Yeah. You're right. The High Noon.
Well, he's probably needed because the football team that used to be based there were Animals. So
Yeah, they would be.
they probably sent him a load of.
It must have been the rising sun then, Keith, if they were animals.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh God.
Keep taking the tablets, Dave. You're on form, mate.
Okay, I will.
So, shall we move swiftly on today? News of the week. News of the week.
News of
New
the week.
week.
News of the week.
New week.
But Bolton start at Old Trafford, where Liverpool
Yeah.
Somebody needs to start at Old Trafford.
probably won't be Ollie after that
No.
this result.
They haven't spent enough money. That's what it is.
Where Liverpool humble Man United 5-0. 5 up before Pogba was sent off. Salah got a hat-trick. Keita and Jota having put them 2 up. So, a bad day for him at the office.
Who
Chelsea put 7
who
past
think-
Sorry?
Yeah. Who thinks Ronaldo should have been sent off as well?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And-
definitely.
And-
automatic sending.
And Fernandez. It started with Fernandez. He took
Sounds like an ABBA song. Yeah.
Curtis Jones out in just after the second half begun. Then Ronaldo. At some point, I don't know why they don't do it in football. Well, I do, but they do it in rugby. If it's getting out of hand, Nigel Owens will say, "All of you, come around and have a chat." Now, this is not soccer, is it? You know, and he'll calm them down. You know, but why? It was on the cards. I actually have a text to my son saying, "There's going to be an injury here. I can see it." And sure enough, Pogba, his little cameo was just to take out Keita, and I think he's out for quite a few weeks. That's, you know, in business, that's money, you know. So I'm surprised that these money-conscious football fraternities don't stamp it out.
He did.
Well,
They
yeah.
did.
Oh, but
Literally.
no professional player ever deliberately hurts another player, does he?
Oh no,
James
of course
Pogba
not.
had to
No.
play for Man United.
But I mean that I don't see.
Snyder.
I can't honestly see why VAR and the referee didn't look at the Ronaldo incident and say, "Oh, the fact that the ball was between the player and the man, it was obvious. He was just whacking the ball to give him."
It was a schoolboy tantrum. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Schoolboy tantrum. Stupid.
Frustration.
Is it crustacean?
Frustration.
A bit crabby. That's
We're gonna have to get some new teeth, John.
Yeah, I'll have to get some new ears, Dave.
you do that, David.
So I don't know about the rest of you, but I was willing Liverpool to score
Yeah.
more goals.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Good thing.
Remarkably, so was I. Yeah.
You weren't the only one. Jurgen Klopp was having a fit. They just shut down, but you know that's professional footballers for you. And they were saying it was a bit of humility. They didn't want to what's the word? Humiliate
Embarrassing.
Man United.
Oh yeah.
Jamie and I were texting each other. We were incandescent with rage. Why aren't they moving forward? And when Mane came on, we thought, oh, there's got to be another 3 goals. No, they just shut down. And it was disappointing. It wasn't a good match. The football wasn't that good, to be honest. Even Liverpool's football was, for 20 minutes in the first half, they just backed off. It was bad.
The finishing was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
is a
wouldn't mind
rarity
20
for
minutes of
Liverpool
football,
because
it was
they
great.
must have the highest or the lowest conversion ratio in the Premier Division. The number of shots they take that they never score, you know. Which is
Yeah.
I
disappointing.
get really fed up with Blades when they shut down when they're 5-0 up.
Yes. Away from home.
Oh, dear me.
Away from home.
Right, sorry, Dave. Let's.
Right. Chelsea
Thanks,
put
Dave.
7
We got
past
that off our
Norwich
chest now.
and stay a point clear at the top. Everton leading 2-1 over Watford after 78 minutes, managed to concede 4 and lost 5-2. Their
Did
ex-striker Josh King scoring that trick.
Did you see Duncan Ferguson sat in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dugout? So,
It wasn't a good day for Ferguson's, was it really? All
No,
right.
it wasn't. No. Alex went for about 90.
Now let Peterborough go on.
They
They
do.
Won against Stoke.
they won, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2-1 against Stoke.
Prescription.
Elsewhere, wins for Man City, West Ham, Leicester and Arsenal. 3 remaining games, Palace, Dirty and Southampton all drew. In the Championship, there were wins for Bournemouth, Fulham and West Brom, who led the table in that order. Though Bournemouth have a 5-point lead over Fulham at the moment. Coventry, after a 1-1 draw against Derby, in front of nearly 24,000, remaining
Wow.
4.
Yeah.
There were midweek wins for Bournemouth and Fulham, but defeats for West Brom and Coventry. In the
There's
first
7
division,
teams on 21 points. Have you picked that
Hang
up,
on.
Dave?
Hang on.
7,
Sorry, go on.
7, there's 7 teams on 21 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Championship.
Go on, Dave. Sorry.
Sorry, Dave. Go on.
Where's
Go
he
for
gone?
it, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
sorry, in the first division, there was a shock defeat for Sunderland, 1-0 at home against third from bottom side Charlton. A point for Plymouth kept them at the top, while Wigan and Oxford were also winners. Forest Green maintained their point lead at the top of the second division after a 3-1 win at home to Salford. Port Vale and Northampton both won to move into the top 3. And just quickly nipping over to Spain, in the first El Clasico, Real Madrid beat Barcelona 2-1. The week's Champions League fixtures saw Man U recover from 2-0 down at home to Atalanta to win 3-2, which is a good job. Otherwise, I think he might have gone after the Liverpool defeat. While Chelsea had a comfortable 4-0 win over Malmo, as did Man City, who were 5-1 winners at Club Brugge. Liverpool ran out 3-2 winners at Atletico Madrid.
Great result, that.
That was
Yeah.
it.
In the Europa League, Leicester recovered at Spartak Moscow from 2 down to win by 4 goals to 3, with Patson Daka scoring all 4. And there's the first question. Who is the only player to have scored a hat-trick for Leicester in Europe?
Jamie Vardy.
No, Gary Lineker.
Sorry, it is a trick question. It's Patson Daka. Nobody else has until the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Sorry
got them
about that.
tricks. Yeah.
boo.
Yeah.
Just get on with the sports.
Yeah.
West Ham beat Genk 3-0, while in the Europa Conference, Spurs were beaten 1-0 at Vitesse Arnhem. The Women's World Cup qualifying, England beat Northern Ireland women 4-0. And they'd won 3 out of 3, scoring 21 goals in the process and none conceded. Be nice to see the England men do the same, but doubtful. Rugby Union, comfortable win for Northampton at home to Worcester, 66 points to 10, while Harlequins won against Bath. Wins also for London Irish and Gloucester. And at the top, Leicester Tigers maintained their 100% record with a 1911 win at home to Sale. Saracens also had an easy win, 56 points to 15 at home to Wasps on Sunday.
Excellent.
said with real feeling.
Yeah,
I love it. Real feeling.
I'm a big Wasps fan.
I was stung into action there.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
He's getting worse. He's freewheeling now. Yeah.
you want to be careful.
Oh dear.
They swarmed all over them.
You've opened a
Despite
Hornets
starting
nest now.
second on the grid
oh.
behind Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton held the lead for a few bends at the US Grand Prix. Before Max Verstappen took the lead, he was never to lose. Hamilton finished second, but with 5 races left, trails Verstappen now by 12 points. Horse racing, a decade since Guineas and Derby winner Camelot lifted the Burton Future yeah. Yes.
Has he been taken over by the spirit of Mick?
Future Hitty. Oh, can't say it. En route to the classic wins, his son Luxembourg followed his lead by winning the race on Saturday at Doncaster by 1 3/4 lengths. Is now heading for the Guineas next year. Holly Doyle set a record number of wins for a woman jockey in a calendar year in Britain when she recorded her 152nd victory of 2021.
Wow.
She beat the previous record, previously held by
Herself.
correct. Trick question number 2. You caught me out there, you guessed.
Yeah.
What's he on today? What they give him?
Cycling.
Yeah.
In the track cycling world championships, Ethan Hayter became the latest Brit to be crowned world omnium champion and the first since Ed Clancy in 2010. In the women's cycling, Katie Archibald won the women's omnium title. Also, she won 3 further medals. Bronzes in the team pursuit and Madison, and silver in the points race.
Do they just think of daft names for cycle races?
Yeah.
Madison, Omnium.
Oculi omnium ente sperant domine. Escuda
Right.
Malora.
He plays at fullback, doesn't he, for Man U?
Yeah.
Nobody plays fullback for Man U anymore.
That's the trouble.
I fed you well, Larry.
Yes, he did.
Cricket. Ben Stokes has declared himself fit and has been
Good.
included in the Ashes squad.
Good old Ben.
India are to play the final test of their curtailed series against England at Edgbaston, July 1st to the 5th next year, as
Never.
Old Trafford is unavailable. But in return, Old Trafford get the second test against South Africa instead of Edgbaston, 25th to 29th of August. In the T20 World Cup, the second round of the group matches saw wins for Scotland over Papua New Guinea by 17 runs, Bangladesh over Oman by 26, and Namibia beat the Netherlands by 6 wickets, reaching their target of 165 with 6 balls left, and Sri Lanka beat Ireland by 70 runs. In the third of the group matches, there were wins for Bangladesh over Papua New Guinea by 84 runs. Scotland beat Oman by 8 wickets. Namibia beat Ireland by 8 wickets with 9 balls left. And Sri Lanka beat the Netherlands by 8 wickets, with Netherlands all out for 44 in 10 overs and Sri Lanka reaching 45 for 2 in 7.1 overs. The qualifiers, Super 12.
Well, I didn't have any tickets for that.
Joining the big boys are Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Scotland, and Namibia. The Super 12 then started Saturday. Australia beating South Africa by 5 wickets with just 2 balls left. And England beat the West Indies by 6 wickets, skittling West Indies out for 55 in 14.2 overs and reaching 56 for 4 in 8.2. Sunday saw Sri Lanka beat Bangladesh by 5 wickets with 7 balls left, and Pakistan beat India by 10 wickets with 13 balls left. Yesterday saw Afghanistan beat Scotland by 130 runs, with Scotland bowled out for 60 in 10.2 overs in reply to the Afghans' 190 for 4.
I think Scotland's cricket
South
team are
Africa
following on.
in the West Indies and Pakistan plays New Zealand.
Yeah,
But
so
it seems incongruous with what's happening in Afghanistan, that Afghanistan are beating Scotland at cricket, you know, as if it means something.
It's, yeah.
We did something useful in 20 years then, didn't we? We taught
Yeah.
how to play cricket.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's just such a shame.
What a crazy
Yeah,
world
one of
we're
the-
living in.
Yeah.
One of the best days I've ever had at Lords was about 3-4 years ago when MCC played Afghanistan. It was a terrible day weather-wise, but there were several thousand Afghan people there, and it was just wonderful to see them all in their very distinctive flat hats and national costume, and they're such fine-looking people, and to think of the tragedy that's
Yeah, it is a tragedy.
in Pound there is just appalling. It's quite unbelievable. Yeah.
Will that team go back home, or is it?
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What happens when?
Yeah.
Where do they go? Where are their homes? And
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, they got
The
permission
women's
to.
team's already been disbanded, hasn't it?
What's
Sorry,
that, Paul?
I'm fairly certain the women's team has already been
Yeah.
disbanded.
I
Yeah.
thought
Probably.
they were going
He's
to.
hiding. He's
Yes,
hiding.
I thought they were coming over to Britain.
some of them may, I don't know, but as a team, I think they're no longer together.
Such a shame.
Hmm.
We're so lucky, really, aren't we?
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know half of it. Anyway,
Any road up.
we can't do anything from here.
Hasn't been set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Okay.
That you,
Who's
Dave?
that?
Guilty.
Don't know who that was.
Will
I've
you
just
leave
had
that
some
woman
bad
alone,
news.
David?
Pardon?
Leave that woman alone.
Yeah, just had some bad news from my daughter.
Oh dear.
She's got me a ticket for Plymouth game.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
dear.
Just-
Oh dear.
Just when you were recuperating so well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be looking after me.
They're
Yeah.
on TV. They're on TV as well.
Oh, that'll
Exactly,
bring the rate. That'll
exactly.
get the ratings up.
I could have
Yeah.
watched it in comfort and warmth.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they
So-
win the game, they're due for £72,000.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
So
Why?
they get £50,000 if they lose it. So
Do they?
well,
yeah,
that's a month's worth of wages.
I don't think so.
But players won't see it.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Chancellor will see that.
We could
Yeah.
buy 6 players for that.
They can have as much tuna as they can eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Hope you're
So,
okay, John. Anyway, hope you go all right with that, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Take a cushion and
I was there on sorry to interrupt, Dave. You know that, yeah. I was there on Saturday,
oh,
being depressed again.
another game unbeaten, John.
yeah.
Well, it's true, but you can't keep throwing these goals away, can we, Dave?
Just
No,
think of it
kill
as therapy, you know.
I've heard
Yeah.
Leeds are a good team.
You want to watch United? They've got a vice-like grip on the last 15 minutes of most games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost impregnable.
Come on,
Anyway,
Dave.
On to
Aren't we in a
tennis.
bad way?
Can I just add a serious point on cricket? You know, when I said there were, I highlighted 4 retiring players
yeah.
when I last did a bit on cricket. Actually, there were 18 professional players retired in total, of which those 4 were in that 18. So that's a big significant number of retiring people from first 11 professional cricket. And some, I'm sure a lot of them have got second careers to go to, but some might not. So it's a difficult time for a lot of those lads.
Yeah.
18.
It's a lot.
Sorry, I just thought you'd like to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Go
we're
on
not
then.
having a collection for them. I'm sorry. Draw a line at that.
No, draw a line there.
Tennis, Dave.
Defending Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic may have to surrender his title if he is forced to reveal his COVID vaccination status. Australia made vaccination against the virus mandatory for professional athletes and extends to foreign tennis stars. competing at next year's Open. The understand he hasn't had the vaccination, he's opposed to it. Andy Murray, after taking 3 hours 45 minutes to win in 3 sets against Tipo in the European Open first round, lost in straight sets to Diego Schwartzman in the second round. Boxing, Nico Ali Walsh, who is the grandson of
Bradley.
Bradley Walsh.
Well, he's on everything. He might as well be on this.
Blankety
Yeah.
blank, blankety blank, blank, blank.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Gotta be. It's gotta
that's
be.
right, Keith.
Gotta be.
Muhammad Ali is the grandson. After winning his first fight against Jordan Weeks on his professional debut with a first round technical knockout in August, won his second fight with a third round knockout of James Wesley II. Anthony Joshua's rematch.
Yeah, 2 seconds, Dave.
When you were leaning back there, you looked as though you got curlers in.
What,
No,
that-
it looks like he's got a halo. He's got a halo. Yeah.
I thought it was his halo.
What's it with Hilda Ogden?
Dear me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where's your shirts?
Anthony Joshua's rematch against
I've moved round.
Usyk is likely to take place next March. And Dylan White, British heavyweight, his fight against the Swede Walling has been called off next week due to the British boxer suffering a shoulder injury. A win for the British boxer would have led him with a clear path to a bout with Tyson Fury. Golf, reigning Masters champion Matsuyama completed a double by winning the championship.
Who needs Bulgarian Mick? Yeah.
He's Japanese on home soil in Japan.
Turning Japanese, I really do.
Who else did the double in 2019? Masters champion and the Zozo Championship 2019.
The what championship? Zozo.
Masters Championship and Zozo Championship in Japan.
No.
Tiger
Bruce
Woods.
Lee.
Tiger Woods, really? Right, chaps, hang on, Dave.
That's a good time to stop. Yeah.
We're less than a minute to go, so we'll continue with Dave's news of the week after you've all had a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is that.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
I think Ian's
Thank you,
on
Zach.
G this week.
I won't be back afterwards. I won't be back. I've got to go for a medical.
All right. Well,
All right, Keith. Good luck, mate.
Yeah.
All the best to you and Eileen. Cheers, Keith.
Yeah. I hope you can play on Saturday.
Team 5.